So welcome. I am Tawana Armstrong. I'm board chair for the Arts Council Placer County. We cannot be more honored and privileged to host another year of Poetry Out Loud. Thank you so much, families, students, parents, teachers who are pouring into our community. Your presence here today means so much. It means that you care about our community, that we're building relationships. We are creating successful community who will go and take our creativity and do wonderful things as they continue to grow and mature. Thank you to our judges. We appreciate you spending your time and efforts with us today. For those of you who may not be familiar with Arts Council Placer County, just want to give it a plug. For those who know me, they know that my mantra is art will save humanity. So when I tell you that I am wholeheartedly believing that you will go out and you will do wondrous things, absolutely, because you are going to help us save humanity. It is your innovation, your creativity. I am a part of Arts Council Placer County because I truly believe in art as being everything. We advocate, we fundraise, we promote. We are out there making sure that the world understands the impact, the influence of art within everything that we do. So we are not the low-hanging fruit when it comes down to budget cuts. Please tell your representatives that. We are not the low-hanging fruit. And if they want us to come in and share with them, we've got the data to prove it. That is what Arts Council Placer County is all about. I implore you, please go out and share about your experience with Poetry Out Loud. Tell them about Arts Council Placer County. Please reach out to us if there's anything that we can ever do to help you. Your partnership with us means so much. And I also want to make sure that I give a humongous shout out to Jen with NCDC. Thank you for hosting. Yes, come on up and I can see you. Yeah. I shared with Jen, the young lady who danced here at 4. I'm going to put you on the spotlight. Raise your hand. Yes, I shared with her that you came in and you said, I remember dancing here when I was 4. That's the memories that we want to make. Those are the influences and the impact that we know art has within the community. Jen does some fantastic things here. I have no doubt you have probably seen some of the kids who have gone through their name and lights, and that's what we're looking forward to having today. So I've gone on and on. Oh, one person that I really and truly need to make sure that you know, and that's Delgrita. Delgrita, please, Brown. She is our coordinator and a board member. Yes. And I do want to make sure that I do not neglect, we do have a couple of other board members that are present here. We've got Sierra Benzie. And we've got Laura Horitz here. And we've got Jim. Exactly. Yes, thank you. Jim and I have mispronounced his name so many times, and he is such a joy. He is a joy because he allows me to say, oh my gosh, Jim, I know I mispronounced, I apologize. But he is the face of Arts Council Placer County. He's our outreach coordinator. So anytime you're having an event, please think about us. Please think about us. We would love to be there to participate. Again, to me, art is going to help us save humanity. Your presence here today helps me continue to say that mantra. So, without further ado, I am going to Delrita. Turn it over to Delrita. So, thank you guys for being here.
So I'm just generally going to follow what's in our program here. I'm going to deliver the statement of gratitude, which says, the Arts Council of Placer County would like to thank the California Arts Council, the National Endowment for the Arts, the Poetry Foundation, the teachers of participating schools in Placer County and our volunteer Poetry Out Loud judges today. We are most grateful for the students of Placer County who excitedly participate in and look forward to this literary arts competition each year. We are extremely delighted to see an increase in participating schools in 2025 and appreciate the teachers for this extraordinary effort. We express our deep gratitude to our donors for the provision of unique resources to foster opportunities in arts education, creative expression, fellowship in the arts, and encourage the celebration of multicultural communities. We appreciate our 2025 donors, the Poets Club of Lincoln, the Haiku Poets of Northern California, 916 Inc., the Auburn Symphony, the Latino Center for Arts and Culture, and the Northern California Dance Conservatory, who have collectively supported the 2025 season of Poetry Out Loud in Placer County. So I don't have anything illustrious to say, although I just want to say that poetry is a wonderful thing. It's great for youth creative expression, and poetry is very near and dear to my heart. So without further ado, I want to move into our program. At this time, I would like to call up our first guest poet, Yvette Nicole Koloji, representing Northern California Haiku Poets.
Clear that love cannot thrive in the presence of harm, abuse, lies, as these behaviors contradict the care and respect love requires. Our hearts are heavy, weighed down by a dark future. But what if this darkness is not that of a tomb? What if this darkness is that of a womb? The mother in me asks the creator in you, what if our America is not dead? What if our America is once again waiting for birth? What if our story is that of one extended long labor? The midwife says, breathe and push, As we give birth, our ancestors stand behind us with their fortitude, reminding us of survival. They endured slavery, Jim Crow laws, concentration camps, beatings, political brutality, detention, prisons, genocide, and occupation. Let us remember those who come before us: Martin Luther King Jr., John Lewis, Rosa Parks, Cesar Chavez, Dolores Huerta, Larry Itlong, Muhammad Gandhi, Frederick Douglass, and Sojourner Truth. They never backed down. They pushed forward peacefully with protest and marching, with eloquent words and freedom and resistance. Our ancestors are here whispering to us. Be courageous, the road is long. Our country is waiting to be born. Our ancestors are here with us today. Our great-grandmothers, great-grandfathers, they stand by us. We must breathe. We must push forward, because if we don't push, we will die. We will perish. We must continue our fight for injustice, fight for equity, fight for our lives. We will give birth a great transition of this nation. We will show our children and their children's children that there will be light in the darkness, that love will always conquer hate. Our long labor of love will give birth to radical change. We will plant infinite hope that will bloom for each year to come. With love's persistent push out of the womb, we will continue. We will survive. The darkness will fade. The sun will shine. Thank you.
We are going to clap it up for each one of our judges, aren't we? Okay. So we have David Anderson representing the Poets Club of Runyon, Nathan Garcia from the city of Roseville, and the library of Roseville. We have Caitlin Leck, who is our junior POL Poetry Out Loud judge. And I just want to add, that was something new that I added this year. I thought it would be really cool to have a peer judge. So this is one of your own in your age group, okay? We We have Brooke Noble from 916 Inc. Yvette Nicole Kaloji of the Haiku Poets of Northern California. Nancy Gonzalez St. Clair, Poet Laureate of Lodi. So I'm gonna call your name and you're gonna come right on up here to this center stage.
Me performing, my partner wants me to write a poem about Sheryl Crow by Caleb Ray Kindrelly. But all I want to do is marry them on a beach that refuses to take itself too seriously. So much of our lives has been serious. Over time, I've learned that love is most astonishing when it persists after learning where we come from. When I bring my partner to my childhood home, it is bullets and needles and trash bags held at arm's length. It is my estranged father's damp bed of cardboard and cigar boxes filled with gauze and tarnished spoons. It is hard to clean a home, but it is harder to clean the memory of it. My father used to light lavender candles and shoot up. Now my partner and I light a fire that will burn all traces of the family that lived here. Black plastic smoke curdles up and loose bullets discharge in the flames. My partner holds my hand as gunfire rings through the birch trees. And though this is almost beautiful, it is not. And if I'm being honest, my partner and I spend most of our time on earth feeding each other citrus fruits and enough strength to go on. Every morning I pack them half a grapefruit and some sugar, and they tell me it is just sweet enough. Thank you.
Quinn Campbell.
Ozymandias by Pastor Shelley. I met a traveler from an antique land who said 2 vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Near them, in the sand half sunken, shattered visage rise, whose frown, wrinkled lip, and sneer of cold command tell that its sculptor well those passions red, which yet survived, stamped on these lifeless forms, the hands that mocked them, the heart that fed. And on that pedestal, these words appear. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. Nothing beside remains. Round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and level sandstone. Father.
Next up, we have Ava Ariomenko. I got it? All right.
Take up the quarrel with our foe. To you from failing hands we throw the torch. Be yours to hold and hide. If ye break faith with us who died, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Blandon's fields.
All right, let's clap it up one more time. Next, we have Elizabeth Polishchuk. All right,
Abandoned Farmhouse by Ted Kuzer. He was a big man. It was the size of his shoes on a pile of broken dishes by the house. A tall man, too, says the length of the bed in an upstairs room.
and a good, God-fearing man, says the Bible with a broken back, laying on the floor beneath the window, dusty with sun. But not a man for farming. To the fields cluttered with boulders and leaky barn. A woman lived with him. To the bedroom walls papered with lilacs and the kitchen shelves covered in oilcloth. They had a child, as the sandbox made from a tractor tire. Money was scarce. To the jars of plum preserves and canned tomatoes sealed in the cellar hole. And winter's cold. To the rags on the window frames. It was lonely here. Just the narrow country road. Something went wrong, says the empty house in the weed-choked yard. Stones in the field say he was not a farmer. The steel sealed jars in the cellar say she left in a nervous haste, and the child. His toys are strewn in the yard like branches of their store. A rubber cow, a rusty tractor with a broken plow, a doll in overalls. Something went wrong, they say.
Okay, next up we have Nasreen Rollin.
Caged Bird by Maya Angelou. The free bird leaps on the back of the wind and floats downstream till the current ends and dips his wing in the orange sun rays and dares to claim the sky. But a bird that stalks down his narrow cage can seldom see through his bars of rage. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. The caged bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown but longed for still. And his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. The free bird thinks of another breeze, and the trade winds soft through the sighing trees, and the fat worms waiting on a dawn-bright lawn, and he names the sky his own. The caged bird stands on the grave of dreams. His shadow shouts at a nightmare scream. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. The caged bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown but longed for still. And his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom.
Next up we have Priscilla Sharifi.
Priscilla, and I'm a sophomore at Granite Bay High School. The world is about to end, and my grandparents are in love, by Carrie Jackson. Still, living like they orbit one another, my grandfather, the planet, and grandma, his moon is signed. By some gravitational pull, they have loved long enough for a working man to retire. Grandma says she's not tired. She wears her husband like a coat that survives every season. Talks about him the way my parents talk about vinyl. The subject salvaged by the tent of their tongues. Grandma returns to her love, like a hymn, marks it with the color. When the world ends, will it suck the earth with all its love? Will I go taking somebody's hand, my skin coming their skin? The digital age is taking away our winters, and I'm afraid the sun is my soulmate. That waste waits for a wet kiss. Carbon calls me pretty, and I think death is a good first date. I hope when the world ends, it leaves them be. Spares Grandpa in his game, Grandma spinning corn into weight. The two of them, reeling into Western theme songs. The TV louder than whatever's coming. Thank you.
Okay, last but certainly not last, we have Victoria Smith.
The Affliction of Richard by Robert Bridges. Love not too much, but how, when thou hast made me such, and dost thy gifts bestow, how can I love too much? Though I must fear to lose, and drown my joy in care, with all its thorns I choose the path of love and prayer. Though thou, and I know not why, didst kill my childish trust, that breach with toil did I repair, because I must. And, spite of frighting schemes with which the fiends of hell blaspheme thee in my dreams, so far I have hoped well. But what the heavenly key, what marvel in me wrought shall quite exculpate thee? I have no shadow of thought. What am I that complain? The love from which began my question, sad and vain, justifies thee to man.
At this time, I just want to briefly acknowledge the participating Placer County schools, of which you just have seen all of these wonderful students recite a variety of poems. John Adams Academy, Cooley Middle School, which I might add is our youngest competitor this year. Wood Creek High School, and Granite Bay High School. So we're gonna take a brief break and allow our judges to deliberate. We'll be back. Okay, is everybody ready? Okay. I have to say, this was the best competition. And I've done this 3 years now. Far more student participation. Super happy about that. And just the range of talent that came to this stage. Such emotion, such depth of character. I think a lot of the judges had a tough time picking a winner. We even had a tie, believe it or not. So that's why it took us a little bit of time to get these results to you. Yeah, give it up for yourselves. That's a stiff competition. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start here. In an honorable mention, we're going to acknowledge Nasreen Rowland for the Cage Bird. Nasreen, come on up. All right, you did well.
Thank you.
Okay, in third place, we have Victoria Smith for The Affliction of Richard. In second place, we have Priscilla Sharifi for The World is About to End and My Grandparents Are in Love. Congratulations. Mhm. I like to hold my breath. In first place, we have Elizabeth Polishchuk for Abandoned Farmhouse. Congrats. At this time, I want to acknowledge a last minute donor that I'm happy to say contributed to our first place prize winnings, the Santa Barbara Zoo. So you will see in your gift bag there should be a family 4-pack and a plush toy that looks like a wolf, I think it is. All right. All right. Okay. I also want to acknowledge the Auburn Symphony. All of our placement winners have a ticket to the Auburn Symphony. You will also find in your gift bag anthologies from both 916 Inc. and the Haiku Poets of Northern California. And those anthologies were donated to provide further inspiration for you in your pursuit of poetry. So, and I just want to say thank you for coming, and we'll see you next year. I'm sorry, I totally snoozed on this. We have, I want to acknowledge our teacher. Karen. Yes, I have.
You know what? On behalf of Arts Council Placer County, I know we've ended, but I really and truly want to stress how much we so appreciate your participation. Each one of you, parents, students, judges, Jen, NCDC, and all of the support, Jim. And can we get one more hand for Del Greta? Please reach out if we can support your organizations in any way. Students, we would love to have you volunteer if you need community hours. Please see Jim. We can make sure that you get those community hours. And as DeGreta said, we'll see you guys next year.